Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the current state of autopilot. Today we are going to be driving into the sunset and seeing what happens. Not really. I'm coming up on the freeway. We're going to try out Navigate on Autopilot again. I think the last time I did one of these videos, Navigate on Autopilot still had hold on. Gotta get onto the on-ramp. It still required approval for like lane changes and stuff like that. Now it does not. So I've got a destination of a supercharger about 10 miles away. And so I'm going to have my hands on the steering wheel, but autopilot is going to be driving. And we'll see how it does. So this is the on-ramp. This is a 3-lane freeway. There's nobody to my left right now. So, I get on this on-ramp quite a bit, and it often jumps right into the left lane. I mean the middle lane. It jumps 2 lanes at once. I'm not exactly sure why that does that. Usually I have an exit coming up pretty soon, and so I thought it was because, and it's a left-sided exit, so I thought maybe that's why it gets in the middle lane so soon. I don't really know. But anyway, and then up ahead we're going to have a good S-curve that we'll be able to test the slowing down, a little bit of construction, and a freeway exchange. So I'm running, what is this, 28.3.1 or 2, actually, I can't remember what it is. Alright, so it's changing into a faster lane now. So the last time I did a current state of autopilot video, I think you still had to approve a lane change. Oh, that was a little jerky. By using the stock or something like that. Now it's completely automatic. So it did that entire on-ramp. It merged on. It changed lanes into this into the fast lane here because of this truck over here was kind of slow. And you saw the red car on the left. Okay, now it's telling me it wants to get out of the passing lane. Now the one check that it does still have is it won't change lanes. It won't do a lane change unless it knows that I'm awake. So you have to like wiggle the steering wheel. It's not that you have to steer. It's just that, or even really approve what it's doing. You just have to wiggle the steering wheel. Now here's an exit right here. It used to always take that exit even when the navigation said to go straight. It was kind of weird. Also doubly weird because like it would do it correctly. It would stay on the freeway correctly like right after I got a software update. But then the next time I tried it, it would go back to like taking that exit even though the nav, or trying to. I mean, I never let it, but it would start like trying to exit the freeway and stuff. Okay, so this is the S-curve. Oh, and there's some nice sunset going on up there. Of course, we're behind some slower cars, a slow truck up there, but it does actually slow down for these curves. It also won't do lane changes here because of the solid whites. I always get a ton of comments about those. It's not illegal to like get out of a lane if you have a solid white, but autopilot doesn't do it. Actually, there's something interesting up here. I've had people tell me that like there's never a yellow line where you don't have traffic coming the other way, and that's not true actually. Like right over there's a yellow line, and there's no opposing traffic. Like the yellow line means it's illegal to cross. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so it also still has autopilot nags, the warnings, so you have to wiggle the steering wheel or do some sort of input to tell it that you're still alive and waking and awake and looking for stuff. This truck is actually moving pretty fast. I don't want to tail it so fast, so I'm gonna increase my follow distance. I don't trust trucks in terms of like kicking up rocks and stuff, and I really don't want to have to replace this windshield. So we're going to be merging to the left. I'm not sure why it's not navigating me around this truck, but we'll just leave it be. Motorcycle coming up on the left. Oh, it's thinking about moving. Oh, there's our motorcycle. It's not going to let me merge into that guy. Alright, why is it doing this? Changing lanes into faster lane. Okay, so now we're going to follow the motorcycle. You can see a motorcycle right there, really tiny. Truck. Alright. So yeah, autopilot has gotten really smooth. This is like the ideal conditions for autopilot. No severe weather. There's some traffic. I mean, there's some cars, but there's not really traffic. Nobody's like cutting you off or not letting you into a lane. And now it's picking a lane. So autopilot really does well, and the road lines are really good. So it can basically drive itself. Well, it does drive itself in these conditions, and you really don't have to interrupt it. You just basically have to tell it occasionally, "Hey, I'm awake," and "Hey, keep going. Do your lane change. Good job. Way to go." And that's about it. So. But if you get construction, bad weather, like too many cars, some unexpected, something or other, then it'll start not doing what it's supposed to doing, or getting confused and defaulting driving to you, the driver. So this is the freeway exchange. This is pretty easy. But it's doing it fine. There's a couple of times where I've taken this. There's some on-ramps here and some weird geometry where I've thought autopilot was wrong. In like why am I in this lane, autopilot? Turns out autopilot was right and I was wrong. Yeah. Changing lanes to follow route. Well, we don't exactly need to change lanes. Oh, it's doing that because it knows the exit is coming up soon, and so it doesn't want to miss the exit. So it's doing that. All right. So I have not interrupted autopilot at all yet. I haven't told it to not do anything that it suggested doing. It hasn't crashed into anything. It's been quite smooth. The lane changes have been smooth. The merging has been smooth. If it's going to make a lane change but it has to wait for a car, that's been smooth as well. So it's definitely been getting smoother and smoother. Apply light force. Okay, yeah. Which is really great. If this truck was not in front of us, you could enjoy the sunset a little bit better. It's actually quite nice. Yeah. Oh, nice. The truck's taking our exit. Alright. Well. So, that was the car taking the exit. I didn't do that. One thing I've noticed is that it doesn't turn its blinker on until, at least when it takes an exit lane, when it goes into an exit lane, it doesn't turn its blinker on until it's like right ready to turn in. Then it's like blinker, turn into new lane. Whereas like a human, generally like you would turn your blinker on for a little while before you actually exit. But that's a minor thing. Alright, so it's going to go out of navigate on autopilot into regular autopilot eventually. Yeah, and then it should come to a stop at the intersection. In shadow mode, the car is detecting lights, traffic lights and stop signs. Alright, let's see what it does here. But it doesn't compute for it. It doesn't know what it's doing. So it's not stopping because there's a red light. It's stopping because there's an intersection here, and also because there's a car in front of me. Alright, so I'm going to turn that off. That's basically the current state of autopilot. what we're looking forward to next is version 10, which is going to include advanced summon. Currently, when you summon your car, it will only go forward or reverse, or parallel park if you're using auto park, or back into a spot for perpendicular parking. It doesn't really navigate around things or anything like that. Advanced summon will be doing some of that, and that's been promised for like, I don't know, the last 9 months. So anyway, eventually version 10 is going to come out with that feature. And what else? We're also supposed to be getting the rest of full self-driving features, which includes, well, it should include stop signs and stoplights. So it'll work with intersections, and then finally with city driving, which is going to be super complex, in my opinion. So we'll see when those roll out again, and that's going to be version 10. We're still on version 9 right now, and who knows? It's supposed to happen in the next month or two, but it's Elon time, so it could be the